Hello, everybody. We're listening to this because I want to. I love it so much, and I remembered it today, and I gotta. Cinema, thank you for the resub. Oh
Cinema
my gosh,
has
14
just
months.
resubscribed for 14 months.
Perfect. This is for you, Cinema. This video is like so old at this point, I don't even care. I love it so much. And I'm playing Ace Attorney tonight, so it seemed fitting. Even Midna's here with me. Aren't you, baby girl? Oh, nope, she's leaving. She's like, I can't handle your shit, Mom. I'm done with you. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the warning link in chat. We're playing Great Ace Attorney, y'all. I've been in an Ace Attorney mood this week. Like, all of it, all over it. Truly. I was drawing Zagreus in Ace Attorney style. I'm playing Ace Attorney now. I'm listening to the soundtrack, like... If you haven't seen this video already, Google Objection Funk. Or, actually, better yet, just go straight to YouTube and then search in the bar. Plus, you get to see the beautiful sprites of Mia Fey, which absolutely need all the love because she's amazing and she's the best Ace Attorney character ever. Also, cheers. It's Friday. Just having a glass. There's actually a remix of this on Spotify, too, if you have a Spotify. We're just gonna have like a first little... I'm starting early, so we're having a little dance party in the interim. Alrighty. Oh God, don't autoplay anything. Don't autoplay anything. Whew, okay, thank you guys for indulging me and letting me listen to Objection Funk. Starting early today. I'm just ready to go. I'm itching to get emotionally damaged by Ace Attorney, and I'm itching to do a bunch of crazy voices, probably butchering an Irish accent, or not just an Irish accent, but butchering the English language, just butchering all of it. Just chop chop, baby. I'm a butcher. I'm gonna throw the I did put the warning in chat. If you need it again, that the command for it is, as always, !warning. That links you to the Does the Dog Die article. I've done it again. I was doing so well not calling it an article. I don't know why I keep calling it web page. It's a web page. It's a link to a web page. It's not an article. I'm dumb. Again, let's butcher the English language. Anyway, I'm gonna put the warnings up on screen now. So we can you can have like a nice little list in front of you if you don't want to go to the link. Blood and gore, visual and audio, gun violence, animal death, death and suicide. It's a murder mystery game. These are par for the course. Alcohol and substance abuse. Usually Ace Attorney is pretty like, it's implied, but I know in this, excuse me, I feel like a cough coming and I'm like trying to, pardon me. Alcohol and substance abuse. There is the Baron von Zieks. Oh God, I'm gonna butcher a German accent. He is always drinking wine in court for some reason. Domestic violence. Probably just implied violence between family members. Usually is how that goes, but still, it's there. Self-harm. Snakes. There was a snake. I don't know if there's going to be more snakes. I think if not, then we were past that point, but they were there. Anxiety attacks, hospitals, bone breaking, hanging, suffocation, burial alive. Those are probably all manners of death because it's a murder mystery game. Also, anti-Semitism, which I believe is implied. I would say I should actually probably change that and just put anti-Semitism and xenophobia. There's some weird stuff with this game where it's like England versus Japan, very much like Western world versus Eastern, and it's like really, really weird. But yeah, there's also some fat jokes because they always fall back on that. And then flashing lights, shaky cam, and a claustrophobic scene. That's probably just because of how Ace Attorney operates with its, exciting visual novel elements. But yeah, those are your trigger and content warnings. If you need to step away at any point, or just drop a lurk, or if you need to just step out, by all means, no one would blame you. This is important, but also right off the bat, so you know what's coming. These are the things to be aware of. Well, now that we've got that all squared away, let's get back on over. Let's get over to the game, which I'm super excited to play some more of. I love Ace Attorney so much. Got my Pro Controller all ready. Let's switch this on over. Okay. Yes. Friends online. How many friends do I have online? Only one. That's fine. We're having a good time. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. Hope you had a good week. Mine's been pretty okay, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The one bummer about today was I had a root canal this morning. So, my tooth is a little, it feels weird. It's not like, it doesn't hurt unless I try to make it hurt, obviously, but it's definitely, it doesn't feel the same. They were all up in my mouth with the tools and stuff. Sorry if that's another, I probably should have put a trigger warning about that. But yeah, so other than that, it's been pretty good. Hopefully your day is even better and you didn't have to get a root canal this morning. Where were we? I think we had just kind of reached we had gotten the jury to, oh, that's right. Okay, so last time we got the jury to basically rescind what they were saying. They were saying that they believed him to be guilty, and we needed to get at least four of them to say that they no longer believed he was guilty. They were on the innocent side. And I think then we're here. So what voice did I give the judge? He's an old man, so I probably use one of my very few old man voices.
Let the proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day?
Oh, God.
To be sure I have, my lord.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't do an Irish accent. I'm trying my best, though. It's so bad. It's so bad, though. Oh my God, why does my screen keep doing crazy shit? All right, we're going with this. This is the first time I've been off work while you're streaming. Oh my gosh, well, I'm glad you could make it. I'm sorry that I stream when you're at work. That sucks, but I'm glad you're here, Cinema.
The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin, as proposed by the defense. The second is that if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal that fact?
It's the client's fault. Well, bad clients. Forget those clients. I mean, probably not, because if you have clients, it means you're making money. But still, I'm still glad you're here. Oh God, I'm scared. What is he gonna say? I'm gonna have to... Okay, let me say it in my head first to see. I cannot do an Irish accent. I just can't. I can't, no. It is not in my nature to hide anything at all. Oh God, and now we're going straight from Irish to German. Another one that I can barely do. Just answer the question, please. The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell you so, or keep my mouth shut? Tell us what, Mr. McGilded? The fine fella representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage of the night with myself and the other man, there was another passenger.
It's true.
Aye, and 'twas me who helped the little urchin get away after it all happened. Whoa, wow, that started slipping into weird Russian. Where was that even going? You what? You what? No, Magnus McGilted. That convenient excuse can save you now. I'm truly sorry, so I am, Lord Fancies. I'm sure you'll be wanting to know why I said nothing when I was taken in by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you.
Which was?
Well, the little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved, you see. What? If the police had known the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have hauled her into this here courtroom, just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord.
And who was this young child of whom you speak?
So maybe a weird thing to share. Had a dream during your nap today. We were roommates in a treehouse. That was it like one of those really classic tree houses where like a dad just like, I'm gonna build my kids a tree house? Or was it like a really extravagant tree house, like the kind you would see on like HGTV or something? Cause that'd be kind of rad to live in a tree house that's like all designed by a whole ass house but in a tree. Okay, cool. Hopefully I was a good roommate. I try to keep myself clean. It's been a minute since I've had a roommate though. That's funny. That I don't know.
You don't know.
Hey, well, the wee thing just happened to be in the carriage that night. Never saw her before or since.
Objection!
We have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witness' statements to be disregarded by the court. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the urchin isn't here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings. What? Smoke? What? What? There's someone trying to get away. It's no use. What? What is happening?
Be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Cover your face.
Bailiff, don't let the accused get... Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom. I don't even know what accent I'm doing at this point. There's too much going on. We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff, amid scenes of chaos as people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended. To be continued? What? Well, that's my I'm just kidding. We're totally playing more, obviously. To be continued right fucking now. I'm gonna save it. I'm just gonna save on save one. Might as well. Yeah, I'll overwrite it. Ain't no thing. Okay. February 18th, 12:52 p.m. The Old Bailey. Defendant's antechamber. What on earth just happened in there?
Mr. Naruhodo, I've managed to find out what happened.
Mr. Sado.
I was told it was an advanced form of a gun grenade.
Gun grenade. Wow. I can't read.
Form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke.
A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of things ninjas use. Ninjas didn't exist. Not really.
They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long.
But who would have done something like that?
The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently.
Flee the courtroom? Why?
Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear.
Oh, thank God! A young girl's voice! I can do a young girl's voice! Jesus! A young girl. Could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilda was just talking about?
My thoughts exactly!
So he wasn't lying. Oh, what's become of Mr. McGilda exactly? Or actually, there's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here.
I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions, along with the young girl.
Who is she, I wonder? What was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself?
There's another matter that's troubling me.
What's that?
The 20 pence.
Oh,
According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly.
but now it seems there were, in fact, 5 passengers.
Which means the figures don't seem to add up again.
She's right. That is strange. That's right, because we established that what he had done was... Yeah, because last time we established that there were 4 passengers, and he made them pay an extra pence, because it was supposed to be 4 pence per passenger. So 4 times 4 would have been 16, but he made them pay 5 each, so it made it 20. But now that there's 5 passengers, it would have been 25 if he had actually charged her, which means he probably didn't charge her the fare because he probably didn't know she was there. Haha, and it rhymes. Anyway, that will probably come up.
The trial will recommence in 5 minutes.
Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away.
Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial.
We'll know soon enough, Miss Susato.
Yes!
Oh boy. Oh my god, I love her outfit. I love her outfit! Oh my god! What? Wait a minute. There's a young girl next to Mr. McGilden. Look, she must have been the one who caused the disturbance before.
Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilden. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord.
I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which veiled proceedings earlier.
It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade. Words! Grenade! That's the word. Of the sort of typically You know what? We're gonna move on.
Good gracious, the army? What in the devil's name?
It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery. Y'all are just gonna have to bear with me. I'm just driving the struggle bus when it comes to these accents. But she was caught. And now occupies the stand.
Your name, girl? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior?
If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McGilden.
I think perhaps I ought to explain here. Why, it is that this wee lass here was here in the first place and why she tried to bolt like... Wait. What is it? Why it is that this wee lass was here in the first place and... Oh, okay. It is all tied up with the events of that night, so it is.
Very well, Mr. McGilden, give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case.
Just what did happen that night? He is freaking out. It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. Sorry, my buddy. In this world, discovery is not a thing. Legally. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then Bagora, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away.
I remain that's the bailiff. I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but what I gather on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus, is that correct?
'Tis exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the 5th passenger, my lord.
Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel?
Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. But we're gonna try. We're certainly gonna try, aren't we?
Hold it!
And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There were not. The cabin was empty and there was no one on the roof deck either.
You were the first passenger, as it were, I see.
Aye, that's why I took the back side as I did. 'Tis the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means, 'tis how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, 'tis the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well. He's very quiet. This man is very quiet. This Van Zeeks.
Hold it!
A loud thud, you say, and a scream? Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? 'Twas like sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed? Well, now, you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me up, I opened my eyes. There wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fellow on the floor. You didn't see anyone? But at the same moment, you did hear a scream.
From the seat above you on the roof deck, I presume.
Not above me, no, my lord. 'Twas from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes. Yeah, I think he might be too concerned about the man who was just like bleeding out in front of him. You sat him up? The victim, you mean? That I did, on the seat across from me, as I said. I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? I mean, I might. I probably would. My thought would probably be like, holy shit, this man is dead. Then the second thought would be, holy shit, don't touch him. There might be evidence. But maybe that's just because I'm obsessed with like true crime and I am very paranoid and anxious all the time. So I certainly wouldn't want to end up in his situation where I'm blamed for something that I didn't do. Just common courtesy, so it is. No, it's not. Actually, well, if you knew the guy. Well, he did know the guy. See, okay, now I'm thinking like, if you come upon somebody and you recognize them, like they're your friend or something, and you go, oh my god, they're dead, like your human instinct is to run towards them and like grab them and like try to either shake them awake. If you like, there's like some sort of semblance of a thought in there where it's like, I can either wake them up because they're asleep, I can help them because they need medical attention, or something I can do can change what's happening. That's like the human instinct. So like, as dark as this is, as really dark as this is, if you come upon somebody that you know and they're hanging, I'm not going to describe it any further because that could be severely triggering, but this is already triggering. I'm trying to be kind of delicate. The first instinct is to run to them and try and get them down. So maybe But I don't think he was on that kind of basis with this guy. So... Why did he touch him? You're dumb. Don't touch the body. Don't do it. I find that a little hard to believe. Ara? Ara. Lord Van Zeek's Ara. Now, why would that be? You beg to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. Ouch. Well, now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest. Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with the trouble. But that's still slipping into Russian for some reason. What is wrong with me? Are you suggesting you were going to just leave the man there? Heavens alive, no. I was always intending to report it, so it was. Only, I had a mind to find out the whys and the wherefores first. The whys and the wherefores. Those are both why, though. Those are both why. Wherefore means why. That's... That's when Juliet is like, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? She's not saying, where are you? She's saying, why are you Romeo? Because she's like, God damn it, of all the men in Italy I could have fallen in love with, why did it have to be Romeo fucking Montague? I'm a Capulet. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same? Yes, the scream he says he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing. Can I look at the other girl yet? I can't look at her yet. She won't let me look at her.
Don't look at me.
Hold it!
I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. So I did, sir, so I did. As far as I could see, that is. What do you mean by that? Well, now, 'tis a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under my backside. Okay, so this is going, obviously, it's going one of two directions. And I think I know which one. But what is definitely funnier? The first one is somebody was hiding under the seat, which is very possible, and it's probably this girl. The second is that he farted himself awake, which is like, what are you Anyway. Oh, good gracious. Under your backside. That's a thing. Farting yourself awake? Yeah, I know it's a thing. I've seen dogs do it. It's kind of cute when dogs do it, though. And when I lifted the seat on which I'd been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole for storage.
Mr. Naruhodo, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember?
Yes, of course. The whole bus was submitted as evidence. That bussy. Not cute when Grandpa does it. Nope, not. Definitely, the cuteness ratio definitely drops when that happens.
This would be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside.
And that's when I found her. I am gonna look. I can't right now. Or can I? I want to examine the omnibus. I was making sure I didn't press the wrong button. Okay, so can we go inside?
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
Ugh, the scene of a murder, it's horrible. So, there's the bloodstain on the floor. That's blood, isn't it?
There's some something wrong?
Oh, it's just, well, this bloodstain is so obvious, that's all. And yet Van Zeek's made no mention of it.
I suppose that does seem a little strange.
Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? I examined that last time. So, oh, yeah. The seat has a handle, it seems. Oh. This is a storage compartment, but there's nothing in here. It's totally empty. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Somebody was hiding in there. Obviously, somebody was hiding in there. This is Ace Attorney. Like, duh. Okay. Okay.
Hold it!
You say she was hiding herself. Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. When her eyes met, well, my heart nearly stopped beating in my chest. Ugh, you're really overreacting this. Still in all, I pulled her out of from under there and sat her up on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chinwag with her. The seat opposite? That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there. You sat this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Yeah, that was my thought, actually. Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream, a fella's voice this time. Presumably that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seats. Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly.
In other words, the previous witnesses did not, in fact, see you at all, Mr. McGilden. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was, in fact, this girl and the late Mr. Mason. Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight. He's still shady as fuck. I feel like, I mean, I know he's my client. Like, I know that I have to defend him, but he's still shady as fuck. It's not great. It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature, and readily confused, perhaps, with this young girl. After that, of course, with the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. Thank you, I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is this girl?
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. Gina Lestrade. She's a chancer. Earns crust among large crowds, relieving people of the purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. Ah, a pickpocket. What? This girl here, a petty thief. Look at her! She's got Argyle socks! Like...
Order! Order! Is this true, Miss Lestrade?
Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question. I kind of want to give her a French accent. Lestrade. That's very French, I feel. Is that a goddamn blunderbuss? Argyle socks equals guilty. Absolutely.
How dare you? What is the meaning of this?
The girl! She's gone! Open your eyes. Oh, she's very cockney.
I'm over here. Good gracious, how?
What was the point in that little sidestep?
I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you say, slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself backed into a corner, so she knifed the jet. Go on, that's what's in your heads, ain't it?
See, I can do this. I can do this, accent. No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast... Good God.
Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these fingers.
That's what she said.
I'm a professional, all right. Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do.
Wait. Let me guess, you don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs? Yeah, it's just a bit... Do we have a profile on her yet? She's only 17? Girly girl. I just realized his name is Lady First. That's really cute. Wait a minute. Lady First? That's so cute! Ah, I love Ace Attorney pun names! Bruce Fairplay. I don't know if that one's necessarily a pun. Neither is Beppo, though. These characters are so British, I can't even fucking look at them. You would be so attractive if you weren't fucking racist. And I hate this guy, even though he's my client. I love her outfit though. I do love her outfit, Gina Lestrade's outfit. Look at her, she's fabulous. Look at her! This is like D&D Rogue, like all the way through. I love it.
Oh, this. Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day, down where they keep the four-wheeled drags. It's nice, isn't it?
In it? In it? Ah! She says in it! So are these British people the ancestors of... Maybe? Ryunosuke, which he says he's Japanese, but he speaks in a British accent. He's supposed to be Phoenix's ancestor.
It's nice, isn't it? I like pink the best. Do not wave that thing in my direction again.
Oh, okay. Same, Bruddy. Bruddy? I almost said bruh, and then I wanted to say buddy, so I said Bruddy. Bruddy. Sup, Bruddy?
So, you admit that you are riding the omnibus in the night in question.
I love her little scarf. She's fabulous. I love her.
It's alright, lass. You can tell her the truth now. Alright. Yeah. It's just like the Irishman said. The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question. Alright, if I have to.
I love her outfit. Oh my god, I want to wear her outfit. I want to cosplay her now. I can't. I gotta stop. I gotta stop finding. I want to cosplay fucking everybody. I need to stop. It's a problem. I think I just want to wear cool outfits.
So I snuck inside the carriage before they looked up.
Hooked up the horses.
Just like always. But it was right a waste of time. I got nothing to show for my troubles that night. I tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there.
I love her. I love her so much. Look how just Yes. Yes.
And after a while, I heard this loud bang. Nearly jumped out my skin, I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that swell found me. It did help me get away, mind.
See? The driver didn't know that she was in there, which means she didn't pay the fare, which means the math is back to mathin'. The math is mathin'. Yes, he let you go.
I fail to understand why you would let this street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I know that for a fact. How? As I'm sure I said before, sir. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself.
I think a demonstration is called for. I'm quite dumb.
And I can't make sense of the fact that she couldn't get out of the hiding place where he was literally sitting on top of her. This is where I was sat that night.
And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken is underneath the seat, I presume. Yes, it does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature.
Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I parked myself on the seat for the duration.
Ah.
So you see, that's why I let the lass bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined with all the time I knew she was innocent.
Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question.
Not at all, my lord, not at all. Why did he get all? He got, that was a little hinty hint right there. Why were we looking back at juror number 1? I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt of my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass.
My goodness. What a perfect gentleman.
My lord! This fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir. Damn, who's the holdout?
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Yay! We're winning!
Saints alive! All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty. Mr. Naruhodo, well, it must mean...
It must mean what?
That we're victorious.
I feel like we're not done yet. I feel like this is about to be ripped out from underneath me. We've won? Are you sure?
Objection!
Nope. He did not. He did not. This man is fabulously racist. I need to chill. But oh my god, did he just drop kick the desk slightly? He needed to show off his boots. Look at that. The wine, the leg. This man is... If you know, you know. Oh my god. Please do that again. That was amazing. I want to watch that again. I love these fucking games. Ace Attorney, man. Just can't get it anywhere else. It's the sight of my iron-haired Wellington offends. Pray, do forgive the discourtesy. Yeah, you just like windmill kicked us, basically. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices. The evidence and reasoning should be paramount. Emotion rules the day. Emotion? The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Excuse me. To releasing Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission. After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police.
Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report. Good lord! The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGilda's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. God damn. Well, I mean, it was probably her. Order! Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, Counsel? Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies. We're gonna run that back and try that one more time. Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you that when this omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, my Nipponese friend. Me? When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail as would any self-respecting practitioner of law. Pray, what did you find that the condition of the underseat compartment would be? Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry. Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. Oh, this is all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeeks. Well, Counsel, do you have something to say on this matter? Do I? Do I, though? How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of the little compartment under the seat in the omnibus? I looked. It was empty. Yes, I'm fairly sure it was empty. If I'm honest, my memory about all this is a little hazy. As I suspected. It seems, my lord, that this Eastern initiate has the scruples of a by-street vine merchant. Rude? Mr. Naruhodo. Perfect is why the fellow's represented me, after all. He knows just what to say, does he not? Is that a good thing? I feel like that's bad. Well, now, it would seem the argument is mute. Is moot, not mute. Why did I want to say mute? I was thinking of that friend's... No, that's... the argument's moo. Moo, like a cow, like it doesn't matter. And the truth of the matter is that we're all used to see, after all. I don't know what... that was wrong. That was incorrect. I know I messed up the words, but it's fine. That there cubbyhole on... That there cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is. That we can be sure of, at least. Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here? Because we haven't already won the case, Naruhodo. I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. Yeah, drink your flask, buddy boy. The compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The Guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible. That juror rules. I'm glad you like him. I'm giving him a southern accent just so I can break up the very many British ones I do. That money lending fleecer and the big purse are lying. See, now we're going back the other way. They dumb as hell. They dumb as hell. I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, the lot of them. What? Oh, no. It's a trick! Of course it's a trick! Eat the rich.
Quite so,
I must concur here. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems.
My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate. Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. With his fabulous leg and wine.
Hold it!
So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run.
Well, yeah, I mean, what's the point of spending a joey to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, innit?
He seems pretty calm. I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense.
Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief. Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants.
Well, that does clear up a little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to wit the cabman testified. And 1 little scrape-grace riding for free.
The red conk of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? So that's when I slip into the carriage and get myself in under the seat. Nice and easy, right?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment, full of equipment for the coach, no?
Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there for sure. I always chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much.
And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who arrived on the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue.
I love how sassy she's just, oh my fucking god. I gotta go to this fucking thing.
Hold it!
A waste of time? Why is that?
Well, most nights I'm on my own in the God permit at least some of the time. I beg your pardon, did you say God permit? Oh yeah, well that's what my kind call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. Point is, any normal run the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while.
And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away.
That's it. Only that night. This cove was set on me from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not one inch, I was totally stuck. Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin? Yeah. Right, mister?
To be sure, to be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then.
Hold it!
So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all?
Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with
oh my god.
Most days I push the cushion up with my head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at
oh my god. Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle. I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
I mean I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time, my passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason, that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out, I see.
Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. It feels too much like being thrown in the clink. But it's the only place to hide in them carriages, so Hobson's choice.
Why doesn't she stick to picking people's pockets in the open, then? I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting go, I'm judging from her demeanor.
So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to just stick it out under there, nothing else for it.
He has not given any indication.
Hold it!
When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor?
Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump.
And you let out a scream involuntarily.
That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me head get lighter all of a sudden.
Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes? Or not? It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim, could it not?
Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher's while I had a chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the bloke what had fallen on the floor, the seat opposite.
That matches Mr. McGilda's account, of course.
But then the fella suddenly turns around, looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking.
well.
Hold it!
And when Mr. McGilda discovered you, he pulled you from your hiding place.
I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me on the seat and all.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason.
Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit and he ended up falling onto me.
Oh, that's disgusting.
How awful. Both me hands got covered in blood, made me feel sick as a dog.
Both her hands go. That makes sense because when the guys look from the tippy top, the deck. I was like, what word is that? The deck seats. When they looked down into the skylight and they were looking and they couldn't see Mr. McGilda, they said that they saw somebody with blood on both of their hands. But that explains why only his one glove had blood on it, but both of her hands had gloves on it. Anyway. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilda for a while, is that correct?
He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know my name and what I was up to and that. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed. Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume. Well, I didn't want no one seeing my face, so I didn't look up. And the horses were drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see what you can get. I'll see that you can get away later."
All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent for one brief shining moment.
Oh, sorry, for one brief shining moment, yes.
It's clear that they're all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we could clinch the verdict we want.
Yes, I think you're right. I have this niggling feeling. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. I'm gonna take a look at the evidence. Can't find anything out of place.
That part is the sheath, isn't it? Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, sorry, yes. I just don't really like blades.
Oh, those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist.
That's not a blade, that's Kazuma's soul. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Well, it has blood on it, so it's definitely the murder weapon. Ugh, that looks like a lot of blood.
It surely is blood, the victims.
Ugh, an English man's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood. Yeah, it's almost as if you're both human. What a concept.
Did you think it wouldn't?
Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust.
Yes, I do understand.
An ornate letter M, undeniably Mr. Magnus McGilded's initial.
And it's beautifully gilded, too. It must be very valuable, I should think.
Ah,
What is it?
look at this M. Turn it upside down, it becomes a W. This could change everything.
A W?
Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it.
I'm afraid I don't know at all. What I am sure of is that this is an M.
Oh, well, that idea was quickly quashed. Yeah, nice try. It looks like an M to me. Anything on the handle that I can use? I guess not. Nope. Nothing at all. I already looked at that. Lauren, okay. Among the defendant's list of debtors is Bruce Fairplay, who would have need to, okay. A largish knife that was found lodged in the victim's abdomen. Fancy ornamentation must be quite valuable. Leather gloves. She's got nothing to show for the troubles. Was something missing? Ugh. Shit. I feel like it has to go. I feel like it's something about the I've got nothing to show for my, because surely she has something. I think that's why she's being like coy about it, because if she tells that she has something, they're gonna be like, give it to us, it's evidence, or you stole that, give it back.
Objection!
Nope, that was wrong. He's raising his hand like a student. I can't.
Oh, there's a kitty next to me.
Oh, please, don't mind me. That'd be significantly easier if you lower your hand. Yikes. Alright, I'm gonna look in the carriage one more time. guess it is pitch black, but... It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view. Oh, sorry. Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. And there doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description. So I suppose it can't be opened from inside the cabin, at least. Shit, wow, I'm actually... Maybe if I look at something where they hitch the horses? Maybe Beppo's seat? No. I can't believe they still put Phoenix Wright Omnibus there. Actually, Is there anybody else's name that is like Lestrade in there too? I am very much at a loss.
Hold it!
I wonder if it's at this point they're gonna start making the... They're gonna start doing shady stuff with the other person on the witness stand. Like, I wonder if they're gonna start... I'm gonna press and I'm gonna look at him each time. I don't know nothing about that.
Hold it! Excuse me.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Riga. Oh, what would that be, fella? Do you have something to say about that last statement? No, not really. I'm altogether happy with what's been said. Kind of you to ask still and all. Here, have yourself a tip. Nope. Does he think I was asking after his general well-being? Also, I'm actually very, very much lost. Oh my god, okay, so she... A loud bang. A loud bang. A loud bang.
Hold it!
When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling on the floor? Dude, I feel like, come on, you got something to say. Oh my god, I'm at a loss. I'm really at a loss. my god, Can I present a profile? I can't present any. It's not like the other ones where you can present profiles of people. A bang. But his face is partially obscured from view by an old crooked hat. Loud bang. I'm at a total loss. I've pressed every statement.
Objection!
I'm gonna start presenting stuff because I don't know. No, I can't desist. I have to keep trying. A loud bang. Okay. I was gonna say maybe she says that she saw it, but then it says that the hat obscures the face, and I wonder if that's like got something to do with her not seeing it, but oh my god, I'm genuinely very confused.
Objection!
I don't know. I really don't know. I wish there was a hint system, actually. This would be a good one. Oh my god. Okay, I'm down to 1 penalty. Oh god, I might have to look this up. I really don't want to, but what do I fucking do? Okay. She had to clear out the stuff in order to get in the hiding place. She gets in the hiding place before anything or anybody happens to get on there. She has nothing. She can't see anything. And I don't even think, which means she couldn't get to her victim. Cinema, come on! I'm trying! I'm not an ace detective, though. I'm not even a super high school level detective. I'm really trying. Okay. Stuck inside the carriage before they hook the horses up. Got it. That's fine. That's not the statement I'm concerned about. Like, that makes sense. It's a waste of time. I have nothing to show for her troubles. That seems off to me. You can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. That makes sense. It's probably like you're not getting light, you're not getting any of the lamp light from the thing, and if it was daytime, you're certainly not getting anything from the skylight, so that's fine. After a while, I hear this loud bang. Where did the bang come from? I feel like that's significant, but I can't address it yet. What is the bang? Like, my brain keeps going, well, maybe the carriage just bumped something, but it's like, it's Ace Attorney, it wouldn't just bump something, but what could it be? The victim died from a stab wound, so it couldn't be a bang. You don't make a bang sound when you stab somebody. Although, this could be the statement, and it could be for not the reason I think. And it's because of that this swell found me. He did help me get away, though. this statement seems fine to me too. So it's either the loud bang statement or the I didn't get anything. I'm gonna go with the bang. I feel like that's probably more what they're wanting me to lean towards. But then what? Is it supposed to be the autopsy report? Like, why would you hear a bang?
Objection!
Fuck! Damn it!
Damning, you say? As I look at you, Counsel, I see your trembling hand, your pallid expression, and your perspiring brow.
Huh?
It seems to me that is the damning inconsistency here with the misplaced confidence of your assertion. Ah, shit, dude.
No, I've never lost. What happens?
Thank you, Counsel. That will do. I've seen enough. According to the powers vested in me by Her Majesty the Queen, I declare no further examination necessary. As such, I shall be requesting the final decisions of the members of the jury. Are you ready, Mr. Foreman? Certainly, my lord. Oh, dear. Very good, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. You will announce your findings to the court in turn, please.
Guilty!
Guilty.
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 Guilty?
Guilty.
Oh, God, they all had voices. Well, I'm still going with the voices I gave them, because whatever.
I hereby... Goodness gracious. I hereby find the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilden, guilty. Oh, no. That was wrong. I thank the good ladies and gentlemen of the jury for their swift and insightful contemplation. That is all. This court is adjourned. No! No! Retry from this scene. Yes, yes, please. Yes, please. I fucked up. I fucked up. I goofed. Ah, shit.
Hold it!
Any significant? It seems like he's been pretty pleased as pears, pleased as peaches. What is the fucking pleased as punch? What is that fucking expression? He's not making any reaction is what I'm trying to say. Oh goodness. I'm gonna take a sip of sparkling water. My mouth's a little dry from all the voices. What the fuck is
Hold it!
Alright. I'm at the point where I'm just gonna try all the pieces of evidence on the statement that I think is the one, because... Please as punch. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't fucking remember what the expression was. Okay, I think it's the loud bang.
Objection!
Ugh! Nope, I'm pressing the wrong button.
Objection!
I don't have that many pieces of evidence, so... I've tried the autopsy report. I've tried the crime scene photograph. Maybe it's not the loud bang. So wait, maybe would it be... I'm gonna do the nothing to show. And I'm just gonna start from the end.
Objection! Objection!
Crime scene photograph? Gloves?
Objection!
No! Oh my god! I might have to look this up because I really don't know. Oh dear.
Guilty.
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 Guilty. Guilty. Grandma.
Ugh, yes, I get it. I fucked up. I'm really bad at this. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. I think I've tried everything. I'm looking it up. There's just... I gotta. Because I just... Wait, really? I would never have known to do that. I really genuinely, after playing the other Ace Attorney games, I don't think I would have. Okay.
Hold it!
So it said press on the third statement and then press on the fifth.
Hold it!
And then we have to press again.
Hold it! Excuse me.
No, that was.
Hold it!
Hold on.
Well, no. Excuse me.
I hate myself. Okay, so I should be forgiven for this one because this is a new mechanic and it's still... Fuck! Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna change my thinking around a little bit. I never would have gotten that. Like, truly, I never would have gotten that. Press them multiple times is what... It's worth it. That's the lesson I have learned here. Okay, is something wrong, Mr. Begilded? Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel? I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself. Oh, no, just nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was. I see, yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. Aye, and I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. He's like, girl, you heard something, don't lie. Yeah. I suppose it does. Maybe. Miss Lestrade, did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Pajamas! There's no need to tell the whole world of my foibles, you little scamp.
What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us vital new clue.
Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? It's significant. It's profoundly important. My lord, I believe that statement the statement made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important, but all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it.
I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Counsel. Nevertheless, Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please.
What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me. That's right, insult the judge. Always a good move. Straining my ears. I was straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring.
Hold it!
So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time, since the moment you hid yourself.
Not exactly, no.
Sorry?
Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then, when I saw this smell getting on and got me head down and said notice.
And Mr. McGill had sat on the seat which you were hiding, correct? Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh. Never mind. He seemed okay with that. He just made a face. Never mind. I'm still working at it.
Hold it!
Yeah, well, you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug. And all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see? But would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I had to just stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to market, snoring like an old dog he was.
Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? It doesn't add up? For some reason? Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
At odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely. I guess. It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Van Seeks realized it too. Okay, cool. Well, that's confirmation that I was correct. Usually when the prosecutor agrees with me. Which is bad, but okay.
Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court.
According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilda's snoring, but think, Ryunosuke, think. She said she heard her bang. There's something else she should have heard. Show a piece of evidence, show a person. Show a person. Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. The person, right? Oh god. At least I have my 5 penalties. She should have heard... Who screamed? Wasn't it him?
Take that!
Ah, shit! That was wrong! It would seem phantoms are at work again. This time, in my Nipponese friend's ears. Shit.
I concur. No sound is apparent to me at all.
Allow me to introduce you to a sound that will be very real indeed, however. The sound of your death throes. Oh shit, it's dark. Well, was it the other guy? Like, somebody screamed. I need to, hold on. You can't hear an autopsy report. You can't hear the crime scene photograph. You can't hear the gloves. You can't... We could... Maybe this... You can't hear the knife and you can't hear the debtor's ledger. So maybe this. But I think it's more likely that it's a person because somebody screamed. So I'm gonna say a person and I'm gonna choose the other guy that was on the roof because the other... Maybe the other guy on the roof screamed.
Take that!
Really? Okay, okay, I'm gonna pick evidence and I'm gonna say the omnibus, but...
Take that!
The victim, I guess? I'm confused. Why is...
Take that!
The victim. The victim dying. Okay, fine. Maybe it was a little more obvious than I thought it was.
Thrice fired Mason.
Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason boarding the omnibus. Oh, boarding the omnibus.
Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel.
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? Oh. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was thinking too far ahead.
Yeah, of course I was. Got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I?
And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded.
That was not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard.
At least, not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at the time.
Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure.
And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all?
No, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, weren't it? Waiting for this swell to leave.
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Okay.
Okay. Yes, his petty thief's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Van Zeeks!
Yes. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement.
It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend.
What are you talking about?
You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more.
He's dead right. How could the victim possibly not have boarded the omnibus?
Makes no sense whatsoever.
This girl is a pickpocket. Let's not forget that. No! Granny, no! Ah! She didn't even say anything.
I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just because she was some rat in naughty ways. But I must say, I can't abide liars.
And neither can I. Mr. Foreman. I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars.
Oh, this is not good at all. Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty.
Damn, bruh, I need some more wine too.
Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. 'Twas a considerable troubles you have spared me. Yes, very refreshing.
No. What are you planning? Have you forgotten who you're working for? You useless. Oh, no. Nope. This cottage is perfect.
Only one left.
Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going,
I know. If we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGillicud's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen, but those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
No.
No!
Hold it. Hold it. Oh, God. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying? Counsel?
I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean?
Counsel, I will not tolerate your attempting to prorogue my adjudication, sorry. Explain yourself at once.
When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness on the stand.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how to explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? That's a good question. There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. Hold on, I'm gonna think this one through. She had to get in first. No one was in there. So we couldn't have been there already. Although I feel like that's what they're leaning towards. another entrance. There's 2 entrances, right? It cannot be. Okay. This is what I'm thinking. So, he couldn't have been in there already because she had to get rid of the stuff in order to get into her hiding place. And when that, it's confirmed by Mr. McGilded that because he thought he was the first one on, that there was nobody in the omnibus. So he could not have been in there already. So that rules that out. He could not have been put there after he died because we know that the existence of Lestrade was unknown. So she doesn't count when it comes to adding up the fares. There were 4 passengers that paid 5 pence, which means it had to be McGilded, Fairplay, Lady First, and the guy Mason, the victim. He had to have paid the fare to get on. He couldn't have paid the fare if he was dead. See, I'm logicking this all out, and then every single time I finish a sentence, my brain goes, but this is Ace Attorney. Like, literally it goes, but this is Ace Attorney. I'm gonna say that there's another entrance. Because if I go by the logic, that is the only one left that I cannot actually explain. So that's what I'm gonna go with. And if it's wrong, I'm gonna chalk it up to it's Ace Attorney. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection!
I wondered what new fantasy you've come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other only has windows. Fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
Objection!
But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really? Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin.
Was that correct? Wait, was that right? Did I actually logic that one out? All right, counsel. Oh, sorry. I was actually so impressed by my own skill at doing that that I forgot to do my accent. Oh my, I'm pathetic. Anyway,
The defense will identify the location for the court.
The skylight, mayhaps?
Here is the omnibus in which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim enter the cabin?
From underneath? It's either above or underneath.
Take that!
It was the skylight! I was right! I did it! It was right! The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say, the skylight.
Objection!
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However,
Objection!
The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
so you claim, but do you have a shred of evidence to support your addled-brained theory?
Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor. from him jumping through the skylight.
Yes, which has already been explained. As the sound of the victim falling from his seat having been assaulted with a dagger.
Yes, it has, but would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact.
Good gracious!
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
Oh my god, wait, I think I know what happened. He was stabbed by one of the men on the top of the deck. And he fell into the skylight, which is why the bloodstain on the floor is bigger than the bloodstain that is on the seat. The reason why there's a bloodstain on the seat is because when McGilded put him up on the seat, Lestrade confirmed that he was still bleeding, which is how when he fell over, he got onto her hands, the blood got onto her hands. Oh, the plot thickens! You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin. That's simply impossible. But how can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. Exactly! Because one of them is guilty. And yet not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. They're both in on it. Wait, no, I'm just kidding. Yes, that's true, but...
Might a humble fella make a wee comment here?
Mr. McGilded?
To be sure now, the two fellows who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say.
It's a conspiracy! What?
I think perhaps the two fellows do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Oh my god, it's a conspiracy!
Oh my goodness, surely not.
Those two chaps on the roof? You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were...
They murdered him!
Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blatherer? You rotter, he said, you rotter! What are you insinuating? This is a flaming outrage. I've a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he says, so will I.
Oh, hello, Kyle. Kyle's online. Mr. Fairplay.
You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker, and me, a very angry hatter, suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. I protest in the strongest possible terms. That's right, I protest too about you, you rotten scoundrel.
They angry.
Order, order, order. This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. Ah, it's outrageous. It's very hurtful, you know.
My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Van Zieks.
It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses.
My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof. Accuse? I never intended to... It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is vaunting.
That's a little racist.
You propose to disclose that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis... Oh my god. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the help... without the help... Oh my god. Without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have Oh my god. You have intimated that criminal guilt. Our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation.
I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are we wasting time for? Get them to testify.
I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this matter through now, one way or another.
If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once.
Testify! Testify! Testify!
What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo?
The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy.
Mr. Fair Play and Mr. First.
My lord.
You will take the stand against... take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward. Okay, I need a quick little break, but once I get back, we're gonna see their testimony. This is getting good. This is getting really good. The plot dummy thickens. I'm excited. I'm super excited. Okay, but let me take a quick little break. Little potty break, little hydration break, little whatever. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, so you guys stay tuned. Muted. I'm back. I was not muted, or I was muted, I'm not muted anymore. Your BRB screen during this game should be, stream is in recess. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. I should make one of those. I might do that. Thank you for the idea, Cinema. Okay, so we're back. I've refilled my wine, and I took a couple sips of sparkling water. I'm gonna take another one. Alrighty. Okay. Refuting the accusation. Let's go.
We were the only 2 people up on the roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that. If anything had happened while we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed? In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this rooftop deck, open rooftop deck, sorry, without the other noticing forthwith. That's right, you see? We're innocent, I tell you! Although logically, of course, the argument falls down and the 2 of you were in collusion with one another. What?
According to the investigations by Scotland Yard, the 2 witnesses share no common dealings.
Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
It doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord. Something's fishy. Something's rotten in the state of Denmark.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
Open locks, whoever knocks. What is it? It's double, toe in trouble. Cauldron. I can't remember the whole. I remember something wicked way this comes. Something wicked this way comes. That one. I like that part though. Anyway.
Hold it!
So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck.
Absolutely not, Dickon. No question about it, he said, none at all. Oh, but yes, of course, I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here.
Is this true, Mr. Oh my god. There's a lot of voices I gotta keep track of now.
Is this true, Mr. McGilded?
Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately.
That's an outright lie. Without a doubt you were engaged in...
Let me stop you there, fella, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? At all? It is all about evidence in the courts these days, so it is. You do well to remember that.
I saw you with my own eyes!
This is going so well. Oh my goodness. I need to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. Give me just like 1 second. I'm trying to do it off camera. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. My allergies are acting up because it's starting to become spring, which I'm like super excited about because I hate winter. I'm so ready for it to be over, but oh my god, my allergies are like, I'm dying.
Hold it!
Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly.
Is this some kind of a lark? Is this some kind of a joke, he said? Is that what it is?
Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly?
Oh, you fair dinkum, sir! Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you.
They're absolutely in cahoots.
I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bit of code. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again.
That's extreme and awful.
It was extreme, I tell you, and we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true jet would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked.
I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies. I didn't hear you at all.
That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone.
Now, 'twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. 'Tis hardly surprising.
Seeing things? Seeing things? I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point. You!
Don't take it personally now, lad. I'm a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and your other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about. Yeah, open and free. So open, so free.
This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really.
Hold it!
So, you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before?
Oh, lum, no, not once, never. He never met the man before, he said never.
And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either.
That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not.
You see how many different ways I can put this? Neither of us have... Sorry.
Well, no.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Mr. McGilded. Care to share with the rest of the class? Sorry. Yes, counsel. What can I be doing for you? Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. Is that right now, I wonder? What are you insinuating now? Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It's been too long, so it has. If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date. I beg your pardon? You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion. Well, now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fellow to pass his crimes off on another. Oh. And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat is sliding about on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it?
Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand? I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine jet walks through the door.
The perfect fit, is it? Well, it is a very distinctive design, so it is.
Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch.
Customers, such as Thrice-Fired Mason. Oh, shit. There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence afore, my lord.
This you mean?
I was gonna say that hat looks pretty rough. Can't help but take it that the poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say?
Oh! That's one of my hats!
Aye, that it is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. Sort of customer, I'd wager you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods.
Midna, are you coming to see me? Are you finally making an appearance for the crowd? My sweet baby.
Might be a weird time to plug this, but I do have a merch store and that I just like opened up, and I have a cute little design of Midna that you can wear on yourself if you ever so please. Or if you want to buy a sticker of Midna, you can have a little sticker version of this cutie patootie. Or a coffee mug. Oh, I've actually been wanting the coffee mug. I bought a shirt already, but I kind of want a little coffee mug with Midna's face on it because she's just so darn cute. Mwah. Look at her. Look at this happy little cat. Oh, look at this happy little baby. Mwah. Yeah, so sleepy. So sleepy. Mwah. Alright, come on. Now I'm gonna be snoozing cat air for the rest of the stream. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. The rest of the case. You little weasel. He's better at this than I am.
Gosh, Mr. McGildet has certainly been through.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, Mr. McGildet has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he?
Please don't let my little interruption hold the proceedings. I got a reward. Hat Hunter. I hate this fucking animation that he's doing right now. It just drives me crazy. Are you quite certain about that the skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute. He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute, that's what he said. Take a look for yourself, come on. You see, it's shut fast now, just like it was on the night. But there's literally a latch. So it is, of course. The fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it, still and all. What? Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand? Ah, now you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the ting means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting our cane, shall we?
I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when I broke wind. I broke wind loudly.
Cinema, this is exactly what you were just talking about like a while ago. He farted so loud that... Oh my god! Anyway, I broke wind loudly. I shocked myself with it as it happens. Oh my god. I love this game.
This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First. I just meant to say, well, the point is I tried to open the skylight, you see. But just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible.
Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm sorry, I just imagine him. It's like farting in an elevator. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as rouge, I did. Well, I don't know why that's so fucking funny to me, but it is.
Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried when I was inside that cabin of shame.
Oh,
Excuse me.
She's. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade.
It opens.
Hmm?
The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right?
I love her.
All them skylights open, that easy.
More easily than you can load that weapon?
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, I... You can't do it from inside, you mug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming out my ears. Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't top off the bus and leg it. So what I did was, I used the skylight, opened the catch, and jumped right through.
What?
Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on top side. That's why I can't open them from the cabin.
The skylight opens from the roof deck?
Nailif! Climb up on the roof and climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify the witness's claims.
There it is. There's the latch right there. Boom.
Oh, my hat! See?
I love her. I love her so much. She's awesome. Okay, I wish I was as cool as her.
Order! 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 So it appears that this street girl's statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck.
Mr. Naruhodo, this could be the clue we've been looking for.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. That's a clue. Hold on. Hold on. Let's take a gander up here. So the skylight was fastened shut before.
But now the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it.
You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure.
Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly.
That's not good for us.
Hold it!
Proof.
That's right, I demand to hear it. We came in to say what we saw, I tell you, look for this. But you call us both shysters, brand us as criminals. You call us liars, that's what they made, and accuse us of doing it.
As it stands at the moment. There's no hard evidence that incriminates yourselves, now is there? I believe we're in much the same position as one another here. If I don't crack this case soon, he'll crack his teeth.
I wonder if these two men were really involved in some way.
I couldn't say. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Although by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. McGilded either. It's so hard to know what to believe here.
I think we should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of a trial.
Evidence.
No one can argue against decisive evidence. including the members of the jury.
So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, precisely.
Objection!
Shit, I was gonna say the hat proves that. Nope, that's wrong. Shit. Oh, we just proved that. Yes, you can.
Objection!
That was wrong. Are you for real? God damn it. That was my last penalty. Man, I'm beefing it this case. I'm really struggling. Oh no.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
How are they aiming those fireballs? Honestly. Hello, Sorcel. The great breeze, old bet. Thank you, thank you. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I'm gonna retry from this scene. Yes, please. From the start of the scene. I'm doing very well. Thank you, friend. How are you doing today? I'm struggling a little on this Ace Attorney case, but it's fine.
Hold it!
Speed through these real quick.
Hold it!
Just writing a bit. Alrighty. Sounds good.
Hold it!
I forgot the one. There it is. So
No. Excuse me.
I have to pursue that. I wonder if I have to press again in order to pursue more, because that's what I learned last time.
Hold it!
Skip?
Wait, that ain't...
Oh my gosh, I like her
Excuse
little
me.
voice. That ain't. Go through her thing. Go through this. Yes, it opens, it opens, it opens. again just to see. Because last time it was pressing again that caused the other ability to pursue to pop up.
Hold it! Hold it!
If I don't get anything new after pressing again, I think I'll try to logic through the evidence again.
Hold it!
One more, let's go. It won't let me skip anymore, which means that this is new dialogue. Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who are inside the cabin.
That's right, this is about motive and we had none.
No motive, hmm?
And, well, that's not all, is it?
Hold on. He ready to throw hands. He is ready to throw hands. Neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
Objection!
Damn it, that's wrong.
Hold it!
But we know now that the skylight does in fact open. And what's more, the catch that secures it is found on the roof deck side.
This is getting flaming uncus. This is getting absurd, he said. Completely absurd. That's right. Neither of us even knew the skylight had a catch.
If we didn't know, we couldn't have opened it. And if we didn't open it, we couldn't have kicked the fella down. Please, where is this idea about kicking the victim through the skylight coming from?
Whoever designed these carriages anyway? Fancy not being able to open the skylight from the inside. What about breaking wind? Didn't think about that. There's no point in having a skylight if you can't spare you the embarrassment, is there?
We're really getting off topic here. If you actually have a point, pray, do enlighten the rest of us. I'll tell you what my point is.
Hold it!
Oh, proof he fell through the skylight. Proof he fell through the skylight is the stain on the floor. I gotta go to the last one again. The proof that he fell onto the floor through the skylight.
Hold it!
Oh shit, no, wrong button. Shit. I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna skip through this one more time. I'm sorry. I promise. I meant to press the present button.
Objection!
Fuck! Proof he fell through the sky. Maybe the autopsy report? Shit. Ugh! I thought I had to keep going through the dialogue, but it was still on the last one. God damn it! Internal hemorrhaging.
Objection!
Oh my god, are you serious? These are getting really fucking hard. We had no reason to kill the man.
Objection.
I might have to look this one up too. Jesus. I'm gonna go ahead and look it up. These are fucking hard. I don't even know what statement I'm supposed to be. Oh my god, I was right. I was right. I was actually B minus. Listen, B for Bree. Okay, I'm solidly on the B minus. Bree, I'm more like Bree minus detective because I'm clearly not. I was actually right. Here's the issue. I actually presented it correctly, but because I didn't technically. In this, because I had, remember how I failed and I had to go back to the beginning of the scene? It didn't record that I had examined the omnibus with the new evidence in mind. See, I had to do this in order to activate it, essentially. And now that I have this new evidence, it's the 5th statement. I present
Objection.
this. Wait, what? This is supposed to be correct. No! I have to do it again! Oh my god. It literally...
Guilty.
It literally
Guilty.
says...
Guilty.
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 I'm so pissed. I am so upset. Wait. The skylight can be opened. Omnibus, open the door. Then this... Okay, listen. In my brain, I knew it was the blood stain that showed that that's what he... Y'all will see. Y'all will see that it is literally due to the fact that I didn't activate it by doing the gameplay part of it, but I had it in my head logically correct. Just, you'll see. You'll see! I swear to God!
Hold it.
I just... Fuck. I have to press on all the statements again. We're skipping through. We're doing the super speed run version. And by speed run, I mean slow run because I have to do this 30,000 times. I'm sorry.
Hold it.
Ugh. I was right. I knew that it was... He fell through the skylight, and that's why the bloodstain on the floor of the cabin is much larger than the one on the chair. And that's how I was gonna prove it. And that was even the right statement. They're like, "How do you have any proof?" Of course I have proof. The proof is that there's the blood stain. But the thing is,
Hold it.
I didn't activate it. I didn't pass that, the flag in the programming.
Well, no. Excuse me.
Also, that can't be his voice. He's Irish. It's kind of nice. It's kind of funny to see the sped up animations of them too. It's like gravity doesn't work the same because it's like it's so much faster. And like freaking Cane Biter is like a damn chipmunk.
Hold it. Wait, that ain't... Excuse me.
I still love her. I still think she's awesome. Okay. Then it shows this. And then we can examine it. Bang, bang, bang.
Hold it!
Okay. Now we're gonna look at the court record. Actually, we're gonna get to the statement that I need first, and then we're gonna look at the court record. Court record. We're gonna look at the omnibus. We're gonna open the door. In we go. We're gonna look up at the skylight. So the catch of the skylight is on the top side.
Yes, it's not fastened at the moment, so we can slide it open from in here.
Oh shit. Fuck! See, the blood's down on the floor. That's blood, isn't it? And then... Okay, so I've done all the searches there, and now I'm gonna...
Objection!
What the fuck? Hold on. This is... Even the walkthrough is telling me wrong. What? The skylight can... Examine the omnibus, open the door, then the skylight. Taking a closer look at its inner frame reveals... Its inner frame? I'm so dumb. The inner frame! Oh, I have to go inside. Damn it! Damn it, 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 damn it! There it is. The damning evidence I need.
Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo.
Why someone like me? What is it?
Look, just here. Look at this.
Oh, sorry. That's without question. It's blood. Why would there be a blood stain there?
Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it?
If there's blood on the skylight, then that means... I was on the right track, okay? It was... Fucking God. I need to examine more thoroughly.
Objection!
Finally, the music stopped when I presented it. It is finally correct. Oh my God. Oh, armrest almost broke. Jesus! Fuck! Okay. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. Hold on. I'm gonna do my own sound thing if I can. If it'll let me. Yeah! There it goes. Yeah. What? That's utter humbug. Ugh, you can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it. I tell you, it's impossible. Irrefutable proof here in this courtroom. Counsel. My lord. I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here.
What exactly within the omnibus is the evidence to which you allude? You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
Well, I believe it is right there.
Yes, it does open very...
Oh. Okay, it's still... Oh, I guess I didn't present it. I just pointed it out again. Present.
Got it!
Got it! By Jupiter, is that blood?
It is. This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening.
Oh my!
And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
No!
We got him now.
Order! Order! Order!
Hold it!
But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin.
It only found its way on that one particular spot in the skylight, sure, and that would be very convenient. Let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I?
But there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the jet really fell through the skylight, I mean.
Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? 'Tis all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from a fair height right there, so it is.
What? No. But it can't be. It's all lies.
Hold it!
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
So they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they?
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Who I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
On three, then. Everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Oh, shit. You better not, ho. Don't do it. A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded. Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks? A bloodstain on the frame of skylight. Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? What are you talking about? Dude! You cannot be fucking serious. For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed. Dude! It's in front of us!
Objection!
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see and it's clearly blood.
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over to the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began. But... are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, that this stain of blood was... fabricated, my dear lord? Yes, and while the court has been in session... What? Excuse me? What a palaver.
must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zeeks.
Wait, is this shady bastard actually a shady bastard?
But I'm Magnus McGill, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilton, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes of the great many affairs of dubious nature.
He's shady as fuck.
You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? Yeah, bro, same!
The due to fortune the size of Mr. McGirt is, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of crime, bribing witnesses. The toast to your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Lord Van Zeeks, Lord Van Zeeks, this will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel?
Huh? Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood of the skylight didn't exist, to say.
I can't tell if my client is actually a piece of shit or if the prosecutor is trying to throw me off my game.
But if you will cast all your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put the spear of blood in without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, counsel?
I don't like the way he's presenting that to me.
It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that court has been in session. My learned friend. Here's to the hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words.
Oh no!
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think no, it's out of the question.
Right? Right?
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? You've fallen silent.
I want to say that it's out of the question. I mean, it has to be, doesn't it? Yeah! But for some reason, I just can't bring myself to say it. What?
But the omnibus has been in full view of everyone in the courtroom the entire time. It is out of the question that someone could have tampered with it, surely, isn't it? Oh my! You don't think... Might it actually have been possible?
I'm trying to think of how it's possible.
As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can, but still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh,
Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from his deceit. Deceit?
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take.
As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade.
I forgot. What is going on? I forgot! Oh, God. The courtroom was filled with smoke and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Cheers, my dears! Cheers, my dears! Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten feckless Gouger? 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 Gouger, I think it was Gouger. Feckless Gouger. Cheers, my dears. You're supposed to be defending me! 'Tis a wicked plot! 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is!
Objection!
Whatever you think it is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier, as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies? Oh no! Oh my god! Inconsistencies such as... To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seats. When the police investigated the omnibus's compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lord Van Zooks, no one is able to corroborate your claims. That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord, there's no doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think?
Sorry?
About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus?
I have an inkling. Well, now I do! I didn't a second ago, but now I do!
Yes, counsel.
There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What? What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare betray me, you little magnet, you'd better start watching your back.
Objection!
Silence, McGildet. The court awaits the defense's clarification. I knew he was a shady bastard. The trial keeps swinging one way and then another. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. Bruh, same. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel.
Some point during the trial.
Got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, we would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. See, I thought it was smaller. I think it was there, but it was smaller. Because he did at some point fall to the floor because he died and couldn't hold himself up. Oh, shit. Oh my god. I knew he was a shady bastard. I knew he was a shady bastard. Did I not say that he was a shady bastard? Like, did I not think that? Oh my god. From the get, I was like, I don't trust this guy. From the get, I was like that. Come on. Now he's making me fabricate fucking evidence. Oh, I'm pissed. I'm pissed now. Good lord.
Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
Well said.
Also, as advocate for the defense, one might say that's a very careless slip of his tongue.
I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is a fake. We are on case motherfucking 3 in this game, and they're fabricating evidence. This trial is over. Mr. McGilded? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it is all over now. But you're the defendant. It is over, I tell you! Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, it is all nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there now. Well... And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it's been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am, so I thought better of Lord Van Zeek's. Well, my lord? What is happening?
I must confer with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidences to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication.
As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty.
Yes. Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really all right for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes the defendant could be guilty. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
What are you saying, man?
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent.
Good gracious me!
He angry.
Order! Order! This is an unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocence into question. Are you of sound mind? Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint to us, my lawyer, so it was. A grand decision. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle to end here, but still. Here, have this for your troubles.
Dude, I don't want your money.
Your job here's done, fella, and some fine work we've done. Yeah, so you have.
What do you mean?
It's just as the right honorable gentleman so succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did they put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
He's a shady bastard. He's just laughing! He's just fucking laughing!
I really don't know what to make of all of this. Was the evidence we've seen genuine or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly as a set.
That stinking wretch are always guilty of something. You mark my words.
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park.
This is a mess. This is a fucking mess.
Now that the proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. I thank you kindly, my lord. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection!
But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain of the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Van Zeeks. My lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What? Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Do you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time? 'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Magnus McGilded. Good grief, you've more to say to me, have you? Just one thing. A falling. This is far from over. There's something to be looking forward to then.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
the least satisfying not guilty I think I've ever seen in an Ace Attorney game. Like, the confetti is not guilty has shown. The confetti is flying. And I'm not happy.
I can't believe it. This is an outrage. They should have examined the evidence more. What are you talking about? This man is clear and he's innocent.
This is the least satisfying fucking not guilty verdict I've ever seen in an Ace Attorney game, period. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. Technically successfully. With the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. We let a man get away with murder. We just let a man get away with murder. We let a man murder somebody, fabricate evidence, and get away with it. This is unprecedented in an Ace Attorney game. I'm at a loss. I'm really at a loss. I think the one that did it for me emotionally was the one where the chick lost her memory but was Kay Faraday. In Ace Attorney Investigations 2, she lost her memory and she was being accused of the murder. Yeah, that was also pretty rough, but goddamn, we like actually let someone get away with murder here. Also, don't feel bad about not remembering. There's a lot of character. This entire series is like very character heavy, and there's a lot of names, so I don't blame you. But Kay Faraday was her name.
That certainly was a long trial.
Ah, yes, it was.
Your first ever trial on foreign soil and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations.
And to you, Miss Susato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened.
Well, we didn't have enough time.
But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that.
The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection.
Aye, that you did. Mr. McGill did. Ah, that girl is with him too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh, what stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I've you to take, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out of there a free man, then? I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. Ah, 'tis water onto the bridge.
Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared.
But nothing is resolved.
There's only one thing that matters to me.
Oh? Aye.
They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and obstinate deed. 'Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is. Well, the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I have absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. It's not that funny. So then, as we agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. I don't want your money. I don't want any of it. Keep it. Keep your damn money. I don't want it. You're a fucking murderer. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much. That'd be waste. You're a humble people, are you? Are you from the East? Well, if you insist. But have this, still and all. You deserve a reward.
Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir, if you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule.
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
They're going to examine it again? Now?
Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. I don't like him one bit, and he is an absolute guilty son of a bitch, and I hope he hangs for the crimes that he committed today. And there he goes, a free man. Wow, I won? I won. And for the first time in an Ace Attorney game, I won, and I feel like I fucked up. I fucked up. Yikes. Hey, girly. Oh, I forgot she was here, too. Don't move! Whereas I want to say get a move on, she really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I hate all grown-ups. You're basically grown up. You're 17. What? You give it one more year and then what? Your opinion changes?
Ah, there you are.
I love her. Oh my god. Wait, who is this? I love her.
Naughty, naughty, running off like that.
Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now?
I'm taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ha! Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty colour, I thought to myself.
Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though, at all?
I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing into a different omnibus and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
A what's it? What? I have no idea what this girl is talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory.
What for?
To apologise, of course, silly, to my technician.
What?
You may say
sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure what she wants is to not get shot by the massive gun of yours. I love her. Oh my god.
We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye.
I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
I love her. I love her so much. She was a lively one. Wow.
Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now, too?
Yes, you're right, but where to?
Oh,
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff.
I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings.
But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
Don't worry, though. I have a plan. If the worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park.
I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through.
I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable.
Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or mansion. Yeah, but it would have been fucking blood money. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of the first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead, just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned. The case was far from over. Ooh, shit. I think... There's a fire!
Get the fire brigade!
Water! Bring water! Quick! What the? How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating. No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
This can't be.
Wait a minute, what? Oh god, he's even prettier when he's animated. Oh no. What? That's what? Oh no! Oh god! Oh, what a cliffhanger! Oh, Realm of the Reaper. Ooh, I got an award. Yes. I will save my current progress. That was really intense. Oh my gosh. But that is where I'm gonna end it. Oh my god, there's only 2 episodes left? Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, this is where I'm gonna end it for tonight. But holy wow. That was quite the cliffhanger. Also, I feel really bad. I let the man get away with murder. He totally killed that guy. Like, he totally killed that guy. Like, the knife, we didn't even figure out, like, who the knife actually belongs to. But, I mean, it's very much McGilded, and it's worth a lot, and... Fuck, he totally got away with murder. Anyway, wow. 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 Just wow. That was quite the experience. Sorry that I had to look up a couple answers. I I was just at a loss in some places because this game is kind of hard. Like it's kind of got my thinking turned around, unlike some of the other Ace Attorney games where I feel like I could kind of logic my way through stuff. But wow, damn, the waiting for a witness to like kind of give up their friend is kind of, it's definitely a different experience. So I'm learning how to navigate that there. Wow. That was the third case. So the fourth case I imagine is going to be pretty difficult. But I really enjoy this game. Anyway, enough of that. I hope you guys had a really good time. I had a good time. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Friday evening, or I guess it's probably evening most places, or morning, Saturday morning, I guess, depending on if you're on the International Dateline. My plan is to stream next week. I'm kind of feeling like I'm gonna be needing a break soon, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll have my schedule posted by either Sunday night or Monday morning. If you haven't followed me already, all of my social medias are swiping down there. I've been wanting to post more art and stuff, but my energy levels have been a little weird lately. I'm working through some stuff. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. That's where I hang out all the time. Oh, also, I sort of maybe kind of dropped my merch link on Twitter. Maybe I'll post it somewhere else eventually, but I do have some merch, kind of. I want to get more designs up there, but right now I have like my little logo and Midna, because Midna's my baby. And it's good product. I bought some and tried it out before I posted the stuff, because I wanted to make sure that it was good quality stuff that you guys were getting if you so choose to buy. But yeah, that's a good way to support me, or subbing, or all the other following and whatever. But yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I will see you next time. Peace.